You can create amazing content, run ads to the right audience, and build an impressive brand. But if you don't understand the data, you're still playing a game of chance. In the digital marketing era, data is the second currency, right next to the budget. Whoever controls the numbers controls the strategy. This video not only helps you understand why data matters, but also guides you on how to read it right, choose it right, and act on it effectively. From core metrics to analytical tools, from dashboards to strategic decision-making, everything will be explored deeply, practically, and inspiringly. Step into a world where every marketing campaign starts with the truth. The truth that comes from data. Part 1. Strategic thinking about knowing the numbers in marketing. In the digital marketing world, those who control data control the game. Data is not just information, it's a roadmap, a compass that guides marketers through market chaos. When you clearly understand what's happening, you no longer rely on intuition or luck. You make decisions based on truth. Every campaign, every budget line, every piece of content is illuminated by logic and evidence. This is the foundation of a sustainable strategy. A successful campaign is not the result of a passing inspiration. It is a tight integration of creativity and verification. Just like a pilot cannot fly without a control panel, a modern marketer cannot operate without data. Data helps you determine your current position, identify risks, and orient the future. When you understand the numbers, you no longer guess, you act with certainty. This helps optimize performance, reduce costs, increase efficiency, and break through the competition. Many fear data because they think it's dry and complex, but simplicity is the secret weapon. You don't need to know every metric. You just need to know the most important ones for your specific goals. With strategic thinking, you turn data from a burden into a competitive advantage. You don't need to become a data analyst. You just need to ask, what is this metric telling me? Why is it rising or falling? What should I do next? The answers will lead you to effective actions. The core of data is not in the numbers. It lies in the ability to turn numbers into actions. When you read a metric, you don't just see performance. You see user behavior, campaign operation, creative quality, and audience targeting accuracy. Everything becomes clear before your eyes like a deep painting. And that's when you can intervene, adjust, and control the entire system. This is the power of data, the ability to turn information into advantage. Mastering data is mastering results. When you know what metrics to track, how to read them, and how to react, you become a confident driver. You're not afraid of change because every fluctuation leaves traces in the data. You're not passive because you always know where to act. Strategic thinking is not theory, it's a trainable skill. And every marketer who wants to go far, not just fast, must cultivate this mindset. Start by loving data, learning from data, and making decisions from data. Part 2. Key marketing metrics you must understand. Not all metrics matter equally. Some numbers help you earn money, others just look good but are strategically meaningless. The difference between experts and beginners lies in selecting the right KPIs to track. A campaign may have hundreds of data points, but only a few core metrics truly affect outcomes. When you learn to prioritize the right data, you are injecting strategic thinking into every marketing decision. Brand awareness metrics like impressions, reach, and frequency help measure spread. You know how many people saw your ad and how many times they were reached. But remember, seeing doesn't mean acting, so these metrics are only the starting point, not the destination. If frequency rises but CTR remains low, you might be annoying customers instead of influencing them. Use awareness metrics to optimize targeting and set a reasonable frequency. Next are engagement metrics. This is where you see emotional connection. CTR, engagement rate, shares, comments, all reflect whether users actually care about your content. Good content generates good reactions. But don't be fooled by vanity metrics. A video with thousands of likes might not yield a single sale. Good engagement is a signal, not the outcome. Use it to refine your content, not as the final goal. When it comes to actual performance, look at conversion metrics. Conversion rate, cost per conversion, and ROAS are the power trio in marketing analytics. You need to know how much one conversion costs and what return you get. These are survival metrics for every campaign. If you spend 100 and earn back 150, you're winning. If If you spend 100 and get 50, you're burning money. Every time you check conversions is a check on your campaign engine. Do this often. Finally, look at long-term financial metrics: CPA, CPL, CAC, and LTV. These measure sustainability. A customer with a high acquisition cost can still be valuable if they have long-term value. Look beyond the first transaction to the customer's full life cycle. When you compare CAC to LTV, you clearly see whether your campaign is profitable. Great marketers don't just generate sales, they build loyal customers. And that only happens when you understand and measure long-term financial metrics correctly. Part 3. Cross-channel analysis. A holistic view of marketing performance. Modern marketing is no longer a single-channel game. With customers present across platforms like Google, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, marketers must gather data from all sides. This is where cross-channel analysis becomes essential. You can't judge a campaign solely by Facebook ads. You need to consolidate data from multiple channels to see the whole picture, from impressions to final conversions. This is key to escaping data myopia and acting comprehensively. Without an integrated system, data gets fragmented, noisy, and hard to compile. Each platform has its own language, metrics, and format, making manual comparisons both time-consuming and error-prone. Cross-channel analysis eliminates data silos, where each team works in isolation with no unified perspective. When all vital metrics are consolidated in a single dashboard, marketers can make faster, more accurate, and more confident decisions than ever before. One of the biggest benefits of cross-channel analysis is the ability to detect bottlenecks. For example, if Facebook traffic to your website is high but conversion rate is low, your landing page might be the issue. Conversely, if Google Ads bring high conversions but low traffic, you may increase that budget to scale results. Cross-channel data doesn't just tell you what's happening, it shows you where to optimize strategy. Cross-channel analysis also lays the foundation for smart budget allocation. You'll know which channels bring the best ROI per dollar. This is the only way to avoid spreading resources thin and focus on profitable tactics. Successful businesses are those that tighten their belts strategically. They don't spend more, they spend right. And to do that, they need a unified, synchronized, readable, and decision-friendly data analysis system. Part 4. Systemizing analysis with dashboards and automated reporting. A dashboard is not just a board of information, it is a marketer's second brain. When you open your dashboard each morning, you immediately know where to focus, what to fix, and what's working. An effective dashboard doesn't need to be pretty, but it must be clear and focused on the right goals. Every displayed metric isn't for decoration, it's for decision-making. When data is well systemized in a dashboard, marketers can save hours of calculating, searching, and manually editing reports. The key to a powerful dashboard is selecting the right core metrics. Don't stuff everything into the control panel. Choose the data that reflects your current objectives: conversions, costs, content effectiveness, growth rate. Ideally, each goal should have its own dashboard. Logical segmentation helps prevent data overload. More importantly, it ensures the entire team, from operators to executives, speaks a shared data language with no miscommunication or argument. Automated reporting is the lever that upgrades the entire marketing workflow. Instead of weekly manual exports from Facebook, Google, and email to Excel, you can set up scheduled reports delivered straight to your inbox, updated in real time. This reduces errors, speeds up processes, and makes your team run like a smart machine. A good automated report doesn't just save time, it symbolizes a modern, professional, and leading-edge marketing mindset. Part 5. How to build an effective marketing report. An effective marketing report is not just a collection of numbers. It's a tool for understanding, decision-making, and communicating strategy. The first step is to define your goal. Are you reporting to measure performance, convince investors, or propose solutions to a client? Once you know the purpose, you can choose the right type of data. A good report is one that serves action. Every page, every chart, every metric must have a reason to exist. Don't create reports just to present. Create reports to drive action. The structure of a report should be simple, logical, and intuitive. Start with a summary of key results, then provide breakdowns for each channel: Facebook, Google, email, SEO. Conclude with insights and improvement suggestions. Use color wisely to distinguish data groups. Bar charts, pie charts, or line charts help viewers grasp insights faster than raw numbers. Avoid messy or scattered layouts. A concise, focused report is always more powerful than a long, unfocused one. Personalization is the differentiating factor. If you're reporting to your boss, they need financial metrics. If you're sending it to the creative team, they need to understand content performance. For clients, they want to see the value they're receiving. A great report makes the reader feel like, this was written for me. Finally, standardize your report templates for reuse. Consistent formatting helps weekly, monthly, and quarterly comparisons become easier. That's how you get a longer-term and more accurate view. Part 6, Introducing the Support Tool, WHATAGRAPH. In today's marketing world, time is gold. No one wants to spend hours downloading data from each platform and piecing it together manually. That's why support tools like WHATAGRAPH have become invaluable assistants. With the ability to connect over 40 platforms, from Facebook ads, Google ads, to Google Analytics, it gathers all important data in one place. No more scattered logins, no more data confusion. Everything is automated, clear, and easy to understand. The standout feature is the Smart Builder. You don't need to be an analytics expert to create a complete report in just a few clicks. Select the platform, choose your objective, and the system automatically compiles data using an optimal template. The drag-and-drop widget feature lets you easily add or remove metrics as you like. Real-time updating dashboards let you instantly grasp what's working and what needs adjusting. This is how modern reporting should be: fast, accurate, and visually appealing. It's not just for individuals. This tool is especially powerful when working with clients. You can create branded reports, schedule automated deliveries, and even allow clients to view live reports anytime. This not only boosts transparency, but also builds strong trust. The available templates, from SEO to PPC, social to e-commerce, save you hours of report making every week. A tool that not only helps you work smarter, but also more professionally. Part 7, Applying Data to Strategic Decision Making. Data is worthless if it doesn't lead to action. A report, no matter how detailed, is meaningless if no one uses it to make decisions. This is where the skill of turning data into strategy becomes the ultimate weapon. Each time you see CTR drop, you don't just note it, you respond. Whenever cost per conversion increases, you don't wait, you adjust. This is the mindset of a marketer who uses data as a radar to guide strategy. Proper analysis helps you reallocate resources wisely. If Facebook spend isn't performing, shift to Google or improve your landing page. If email campaigns have high open rates but no conversions, optimize the content and CTA. You don't need to do more, just do better. Data helps you maximize each dollar spent in every work hour. Every data-driven decision is a well-grounded step, reducing risk significantly. A successful strategy isn't made from one big decision. It's a chain of small actions, continuously refined based on real data. When you monitor trends weekly and monthly, you detect seasonality, repeated behaviors, and unusual signals. You become more alert, more agile, and more proactive in campaign management. A data mindset not only helps you optimize the present, it prepares you to forecast and lead into the future. That's the capability of a true marketing leader. Part 8, Building a Data-First Culture in Modern Marketing. A data culture is not a software, nor a metric. It is the way a team thinks, acts, and makes decisions. When an organization puts data at the center, every department, from marketing to sales, from product to customer service, speaks the same language. They don't argue based on feelings, but on evidence. They don't guess, but propose solutions backed by data. This is the foundation for accelerating growth, minimizing waste, and staying strategically aligned. A data-first team is a confident team. They don't wait passively. They proactively analyze, measure, and improve. They don't wait for orders. They propose solutions backed by clear results. When every team member understands the role of data in their work, they become decision makers, not just executors. Reporting systems are not just for managers. They become sources of inspiration for creativity, innovation, and progress. And that's where a true data culture unleashes its power. Building this culture isn't hard, but it requires consistency. Start by training your team on how to read metrics. Integrate dashboards into weekly meetings. Reward behaviors based on analytics. Gradually, the entire organization will shift its workflow from feeling to knowing, from guessing to validating. When everyone acts on data, your business is no longer driven by luck, but by logic, performance, and sustainable growth. That is the hallmark of a modern organization. Knowing the numbers is no longer optional, it's mandatory. Doing marketing without understanding data is like crossing a highway with your eyes closed. In a world where every decision impacts performance, data is your compass, your leverage, and your sustainable competitive advantage. Be a creator, not just a reactor. Use data as fuel for creativity, as a weapon for strategy. And remember, today's success is built on the actions from the numbers you choose to believe and transform. Thank you for watching the whole video. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos.